Alright, this is a 2016 Super Hornet. This right here, it's basically a 150cc GY6 scooter motor, basically. It's full automatic. Nothing special. But I am definitely having an interesting problem here. So right now I have it jumped to the car just to make sure that I've got enough juice. I know my battery is good, it's brand new. But basically what's happening is, as long as there isn't a spark plug in, it'll turn over all day, as I'm about to show you here. So you'll see that this sumbitch turns over all day. Now, if I put this spark plug in here, or if I just cover the hole with my finger, I can actually stop the starter motor. And it's a brand new starter. Well, not brand new, but it's different. So this is the original one that was on it. It was doing the same thing. And I was like, well, maybe the brushes are bad. And it happens regardless of which starter is in it. The exact same. Let me get this thread in there so I don't cross thread it. So here's what I've done so far as the wiring goes. After swapping the starter out, had the same problem. So I decided that I would basically bypass the entire wiring system to make sure that I don't have resistance somewhere like that. So basically what I have here is the positive is clamped to one side of the starter solenoid. This is a different solenoid. I was trying all different kinds of things that I could think of here. So I got it, the side of the solenoid that goes directly to the starter, that's what side the clamp is on. And my ground, I'm just touching directly right here to this bolt here, or part of the engine. So at this point our spark plug is in there. It's tight. And wow, that's actually working a lot better than it was. I think that's because the car's running though. If I turn the car off, it'll turn over one or two times and then stop. And I can actually stop it when I put my finger inside the hole to check for compression. But I don't know if it's got maybe bad timing, the valves need to be adjusted, or what the problem is. It's not stuck in gear. And even if it was, the back tire's off the ground. So, should have been spinning that if that was a problem. The oil level is normal. There's no fluid inside of it. As far as water, it's not hydrolocked or anything like that. But at this point, like I said, I've changed the starter. I've touched the jumpers directly to the starter. So I've touched one right here to this positive here. And then I touched the other side right here, the other cable right here. And it doesn't matter where I hit it from, the symptoms are the same. So I took the carburetor off so that way I could have more access to that without shorting my jumper cables out. But anyways, that is the problem. And I was hoping that maybe somebody could point me in the right direction, because everything I've tried doesn't seem to be doing anything, which is basically bypassing the wiring, putting different wiring, different starter solenoids. Got 3 starter solenoids down there. The one that's on it is brand new. I just bought it from the store. Bought a brand new carburetor. So that's right there, the carb. But everything seems to work as far as electrical goes, except for my horn and shit, that's it. Just my horn. Oh, and actually for some reason, even though it's a brand new starter solenoid, when I squeeze this here, I should have action with the solenoid when I squeeze the clutch and hit the start button. But for some reason, the solenoid just clicks. It doesn't actually send power between the two bridges when it's clicking either. So I'm not sure what that could be. And it does that regardless of whether I apply 12 volts directly to the plug of the starter, of the solenoid, which is what triggers it to hold the contacts together and jump those together. So it doesn't, basically I can't figure out how to do it manually to eliminate the switch, to make sure it's not the switch or some kind of wiring in between the solenoid and the switch. But that's the least of my worries. I mean, push come to shove, I can always rig something like this, which is what I did, and basically just push button for starting. When you hold it down, it triggers it to turn over. But yeah, definitely not sure what's going on with the toughness of the compression. The kickstart is, man, I can stand on it and jump up and down. That sumbitch won't move. I mean, it'll move, but that's as far as it goes right here. It won't actually kick the motor over. I have not tried it with the spark plug out of it. So I guess that could be something that may be what it is. But yeah, it's starting to piss me off. But yeah, so any help would definitely be appreciated. Anything that I could try. Both starters act exactly the same when I jump them off outside of the bike or with no spark plug in it. As soon as I put the spark plug in, definitely starts seeming like it's hard for it to start, or that it can't start because it's so much compression or something. This is the other project I got. I'm thinking about turning that into a shifter cart, but looks like it's mostly here. I need airbox, gear shifter here. I was testing to make sure it wasn't, the transmission was good, which seems to be alright. Not locked up, turns over fine. Got the key and everything in it. Do have the titles to both of them. I got lucky on that. Got them from the scrapyard. So they were definitely scrap for a reason. Maybe just taking up space and sat too long so I couldn't start it, I don't know. But someone here snatched the tank and the seat and the backrest bar and I think the airbox as well. But yeah, it seems like it might be some fun once I get it going. It's a 750. VX 750, Yamaha VX 750, and it's 1995. 45,000 miles. This one actually has 6,000 miles on it. But anyways, definitely like to get that sucker going. So if anybody's had this issue, you may know what it is. Definitely start throwing things my way. I do seem to feel quite a bit of compression when it actually turns over with my finger over the hole. So the first stroke, I feel it almost suck my finger in the damn hole, and then once it comes back on that exhaust stroke, I can feel the compression, or the compression stroke, one of the two, I guess. Oh yeah, compression stroke. Exhaust stroke, the valve should be open, so I guess there wouldn't be any compression in that. But anyways, help.